at this point, it becomes less a matter of the character matchup. I mean, yeah, sure, that's always a thing to consider. But at this point, I mean, these guys know each other very well. It's almost like less they're playing. It's one of those situations where they're not playing the character; they're playing the player.
Well, I think aerial mobility is what's going to do it here between Yashamari and Earthquake, though, is what I was saying.
Right.
Because Yashamari's access to the double jump means that he can mix things up in terms of approach. But Earthquake has a lot of options to cover that.
This is definitely going to be a jump-heavy game. We're going to see a lot of wall bouncing. Yeah,
it's going to be jumps and 6-6Ks all around
all
from
day.
Initialdrive especially.
I wonder how long it's going to be until Initialdrive pulls out Earthquake's butt bounce, because he is known to save that until he absolutely desperately needs it. And
Understandable.
And hope that his opponent forgets that that's even an option for him.
All right, starting off with the overhead, strong here.
Okay.
And Earthquake setting up. Like I said, that jumping C just controls so much space and does an insane amount of damage.
There we go. Keeps him back. A JC.
6.
Another one.
Yeah. This is exactly what we expected to see here. Earthquake playing nice and chill.
There we go. Taking what little bits of damage he can get here and there.
Taking the big stuff. Yeah, I mean, he is a zoner in every sense of the word. He wants to keep you out and just chip away at you slowly.
Ooh,
and then every now and then, when you get especially feisty, he'll throw out in the 6-6K and get that knockdown, and you got to take a lot.
Ooh, that's going to hurt.
Ooh, solid jump in. Playing risky, though, going for the fireball. That move is incredibly minus. It can be very active, though, and you can vary the timing just like Kyoshiro's.
Oh, the flame breath?
Depending on the intensity, yeah.
Yeah, Initialdrive having a setup where he does make the fire breath able to be safe. Not that time, though, because by then Lightice was already in the air. The run under gets a 5A.
Nice little check on the empty jump there. Very refined play. All right, doing a little bit of chip there with the fire.
That's mostly why he uses it. He's just trying to chip you out. Coming up to the last 5 seconds.
Ooh.
Initialdrive getting a very big hit in. That's going to be significant.
Game,
3 seconds. Fire breath gets a little more chip.
Excellent
blocks him out.
Guard,
that's
though.
all he has to do.
Oh my God,
that fire breath is what set him over. All he needed to do at that point was just keep away.
No, you don't understand, because he was going for the just guard on that catch. He was able to negate a lot of that chip in the early thing. That was actually incredibly close. Very smart stuff from Lightice. And Initialdrive, who was backing off immediately rather than taking the block.
Oh, rolls right into a throw.
Yeah.
So much of his health already gone. Weapon flipping technique. Has to.
Going right into that WFT. Take the throw. Unfortunately, it was off of a grab, which means the scaling is not great. But he was able to disarm Lightice, which puts him in a really bad spot where he can get 5 seed like that.
More damage off of it. Still, ooh.
Another one.
Slowly
Peak
working that way.
Earthquake play. I just threw a 5C. Let me throw another one.
Right. And then when he thinks it's not working anymore, he just throws the low one, the crouching C.
All right, thanks.
Slowly working his life deficit back. 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, Yashamari usually gets a lot off of his strong mid-range, but against a character like Earthquake, he doesn't really get that luxury as much.
Ooh. And Lightice
Use your words. I believe in you.
Sorry.
I'm teasing. Don't worry.
Lightice with an empty jump causes Earthquake to whiff his throw, and then punishes immediately afterwards.
Scary, scary pressure here, but an excellent defense from Lightice.
You okay? So far, nothing major so far. Both people just vying for, there we go, our first real hit of the round, followed up by the second one.
And this is a little hard for Initialdrive, because while he controls all of this space, since a lot of his moves with the best range are heavy and fairly minus at close range, he doesn't want to have to approach like this.
Oh, right.
He wants to sit in that nice corner of the screen, the top left, where he can just kind of throw his kunai with chain and chill.
Oop.
Oh, catches the whip there for monumental damage.
Okay. Initialdrive's going to just run up and do it. No fear.
Command grab, get a little bit of damage off. More than that, setting up pressure.
There's the butt bounce. Another one. Another. He's just going to keep on doing it. Run up. I knew it. I knew it. I was about to say he's going to run up throw. First game going to Lightice.
All right, excellent stuff there. Very close, though. As you said, these guys know each other very, very well, so we're going to expect to see a lot of very close matches.
Sounds like they're going right into it. No character swaps.
Yeah, I mean...
An overhead again at the start. Big damage for Lightice.
Solid sweep, though, catching him on the way down. Yeah, that is kind of the drawback to throwing out the aerial early. If you set it up early and your opponent wants to jump, you'll air-to-air them pretty consistently since you hit the button first, obviously. But if they just stand there, even if they take the hit on the way down, you're incredibly vulnerable.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Chainsaw coming through, but he's going to get punished for it by the 2-3-6. All right, nice pokes here.
Okay. Slow.
The double jump to get over the jumping C.
Nothing to see here, sir.
Brilliant movement here. But he gets caught trying to punish it. An excellent whiff catch there from Initial Drive.
That's going to put him back in the game. That commanding lead is now just a minor lead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right.
Just do this for a couple of seconds. There we go. Butt checks him in the air.
Oh, gets a little frisky there. Yeah.
It's all right. It's okay. We're still in there. Another butt check. Chain comes out.
Oh, but an excellent read on the jump back there from Lightice. Going to catch him off guard and take that round. Yeah. 6-6K. I think Earthquake has one of the best 6-6Ks in the game.
Oh, totally.
It's really, really safe. It goes pretty far.
It goes further than you think than you feel like it should.
And then the messed up part is it knocks down. Like, absolutely insane. You'll see Initial Drive throw out a lot after he lands a hit, because he recognizes that if you take some damage, you're going to immediately go for some kind of approach option.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It's really, really common. Nice.
Slowly picking him apart. Meets him in the air again.
Yeah, these jumping bees.
3 for 3 for the last jumpings from Lightice.
Yeah, these jumping bees are going to put in just so much work. You're seeing it now, because he can react to the jump from Yashamari, or he can just hang back if he decides to go for the neutral jump. The range on jumping bee for Earthquake is just obscene.
Oh my god. He's just so much life lost to just, you know, multiples of those.
The lead is his to sit on, and you know what? Earthquake's got a pretty big butt.
He does.
Chainsaw coming through, looking for something feisty, but it's not going to work out. Going to have to find his way out of the corner. Looks like he's going to find that opening.
A simple jump bag was all it took.
Another Chainsaw. Very risky here.
5 seconds left. Of course, the ball is in.
Catches the jump in.
Very slight life lead now.
Yeah, no, Yashamari's in the lead here. He's going to sit on it, and that's the timeout.
That's all it took.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you know Initial Drive is going to be feeling that one. Jeez. 2-0 here from Lightice. And if he can take one more match, he will be moving on to Grand Finals to get his rematch against Tao.
Oh, yeah. Who he was adjusting to. I'd really like to see that run back.
All right. It looks like Lightice is going to take, or I'm sorry, Initial Drive is going to take a second here to breathe and possibly even make the switch. I don't know.
I don't think he is. I was wrong. Jubei, okay.
I have never seen this man's Jubei in my life.
It's pretty good. It's pretty
interesting.
Good. It's pretty good.
When did he pick this up? You know, you leave for 2 months and the craziest things happen.
Initial Drive is a firm believer that everyone in this region should have Jubei as a pocket.
That's understandable, to be honest.
He champions this character as a pocket, if not a main.
That is...
as a matter of fact, Gujinu, one of our resident ninjas, dropped Hanzo and has been playing Jubei consistently for the last couple of weeks.
Hanzo.
And seems like he's been getting more mileage out of that. But let's see what kind of mileage Initial Drive can get.
Yeah, Jubei is ridiculous. We were talking earlier about, especially in the match against Tao, how Lightice had that nice footsies advantage from mid-range. Jubei doesn't have to worry about that.
He has a big 5B
too, and he has an overhead that does the exact same thing.
His overhead is so good.
Yeah.
Now, this does mean by switching to Jubei that other than the counter that Jubei has, Initial Drive is giving up some anti-air options. He's got the 6-6C.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, though, because Jubei has a really strong air-to-air as well. He's still able to cover these options. He's just got to be a little more careful with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is a better option just because Jubei has that all-around play. Once you get in on Earthquake, it can be really scary for Earthquake, but Jubei doesn't have to worry about that just as much, especially against a character like Yash.
Range. Okay. Doesn't even bother with the air-to-air, just backs out. Risky slide.
Nice little poke.
Only eats minor damage for it.
And the extra damage. That's the special right there for Lightice. He'll just go for the low and then immediately throw out that overhead again.
15 seconds left. Slight likely for initial drive, but a whipped throw is going to have him eating quite a lot of damage.
This
10
is a hard
seconds
situation
left.
here.
Yeah. There we go. Got
just
one more.
And the run-up throw going to force out the Rage Explosion.
Round one Rage Explosion.
Not only that, he baited out the grab there with the neutral jump and sealed out that round. Now Initial Drive is going to be going into this next final, possibly, round without the Rage Explosion. Very dangerous situation.
That is a tough situation to be in. You lose so much by not having access to your Rage.
All right, yeah, trying to hang back a little bit here. Something that's interesting that we're not seeing as much from Initial Drive, and I think it's fair, is projectile use. I think that's because he's worried about the jump-ins from Lightice. Jubei's projectile is ground scraping, so it's not going to catch a lot of stuff, and that can make it really dangerous. Chilling back just a little bit, getting caught by those little chips. That's going to be very dangerous.
Okay, meets him in the air. Showing some life, 30 seconds left.
Nice poke, going to take him a solid lead here.
Meets him in the air again.
And this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. I believe that's his jumping B? Yeah, that is his B? Okay, I'm not crazy.
The spin and win.
Ridiculously fast, very solid for jumping in as well. And we're going to be seeing that quite a lot here as he tries to catch these neutral jumps from Yash.
He's really getting a lot of mileage off of that JB. Most of his hits this round have been from the 5B.
Poke.
Or from the JB.
Yeah.
Slowly, just working that life down. 10 seconds left.
This game is footsies, ladies and gentlemen. Using the DP, a little risky there. Still has the lead, 5 seconds left. Gets caught.
The dive.
I think Initial Drive is... He's got... Oh, okay. I think he had just a little bit more health, so he decided to sit on it. But it did not work out for him. He was in chip range, so it was very dangerous.
Right.
All right, and it looks like Lightice will be moving on once again to the grand final.